Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we're working on my wife's '05 Dodge Magnum. I used my Gorilla arms to cancel the signal while the steering wheel was rotating back, and I broke the little plastic clip. Dodge wants $270 for a new clock spring and an hour of labor to install it. So we're looking at about $350. I'm going to show you how I fixed this one for $39. Alright, here's all the tools you're going to need to replace the clock spring in the 2005 to 2008 Dodge Magnum or Chrysler 300. So of course the biggest trick is to find a part for $39. I got this on eBay. It was a used part. I think it came out of Arizona, and he guarantees it to work and fit. So we'll give it a try. One thing that you want to make sure that the clock spring itself isn't wound up one way or the other. You have to try to center it. This one didn't come centered, so I'm not sure where we're at on that. I'm just going to have to kind of play with it and make sure that the clock spring in there is about halfway between travel. On the Dodge Magnums, the battery's in the rear, so you gain access to it. And I've got mine disconnected, and I'm going to wait 30 minutes to discharge any capacitors or anything before I start messing with that airbag. Next thing you're going to need to do is remove two 10mm bolts. They're back behind here. You can feel them. And I just use my two gauges as the left and right bolt holder, but no matter, they're both the same. Get the gist of it all here. Alright, that's the top one, and these two connectors, squeeze these two tabs together and pull straight up towards you, and the airbag is free. Now I have access to the steering wheel retaining nut. It's a 10mm, of course we call them Allen head, but hex head I guess it's called, and I already broke the torque on it because it is pretty heavy duty. I stood up outside there and held the wheel while pulling on this. You got it, buddy? It might be a good time to go get him. Alright, with that nut out of the way, steering wheel comes right out. Just feed your wires through and you're free. This is a T10. What do you call it? Star wrench, I think, or triple square, I'm not sure what they call it. Anyway, T10. 3 of them, take those out, and you'll have access to your clock spring. I broke this plastic piece right here. This is what self-cancels your turn signals. This one has it intact, of course. This is the one we want now, but be careful. Those pins have to go down inside this cavity here, and you can see where they terminate down in there. So just line them up best you can. It's kind of a blind entry. You have to do it by feel. Here's a shot of the 3 Torx bit, the number T10s. And this steering wheel shaft is splined, so you can only put the wheel on one way. And this tab here needs to line up with the opening in the steering wheel. Bring your where's a little tube braid. Bring your steering wheel up, feed it in there, get your splines lined up, and we're in. So the book says to replace the retaining screw, and I'm sure that's because the new one comes with thread locker. I noticed it is blue thread locker, which is removable. I don't have a new nut, so since this is my car and my responsibility, just a little bit of blue thread locker, and it torques to 52 foot-pounds. You know what? I just realized what I'm doing wrong. Dummy. How about that? Now the orientation is right. There I am going to blame it on the part. Now she fits. Alright, and one more up here. Position. You get in position where I can see it and you can't, right? Alright, those are on. Alright, got my wrench and started those bolts back here. my head out of the way. I didn't look up the torque for these. It's really not important. It's really not a bad job. Just a few safety precautions. This is me doing what I do. This is not a how-to video. I'm just bringing it along to show you what I've done. The only thing left now is to reconnect the battery and make sure we didn't set any codes. Give it a test drive, see if our blinker self-cancels. Alright, we just need to drive it far enough. That's full right lock. I didn't feel any binding or anything, so I think we centered our clock string pretty good. And just got to go to the bottom hill where I can check the cancellation of the signals, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, we're coming down here to an intersection. Right blinker's on. And I'll leave it alone this time. Let the wheel come back. And it centers. Signal canceled fine. It doesn't matter if I'm backing up or not, does it? Still turning left. And signal cancels. Very good. I think everything works. Just got to reset her radio and she should be happy. Hey, thanks for coming along, everybody. I appreciate you watching, and tell you what, sometimes it's worth it doing things yourself if you have a little confidence in your skills and a couple of special tools. I just saved about, gosh, I don't know, $300 easily. And that's a good excuse to go buy more tools, right? That's what I tell my wife anyway. So, hey, thanks for coming along, guys. I'll see you on the next one.